Hi guys, welcome back. We are looking at the Project Golf today. This is a 2006 Mark 5 Golf, and one of the many things to do on the list is fix this window which has dropped. Now the previous owner had wedged it to stop it from falling down. Not entirely sure what the issue is here. We're going to have to open the door up and get the thing open, have a look at the regulator. I suspect it's probably going to need a new regulator. They're about £45. Simple enough set of tools needed for this particular job. There's just a couple of sockets, a T20, a T25. I'm just using a little impact driver here to speed things up, and a small ratchet. Nothing particularly complicated. Just need to go at it from three sides and then lift the front off. So let's get on with it. Okay, so the first job is to take off this plastic trim. Unclips from the bottom. Be careful as you pop it out. Prise it out with your fingers. Don't need to use any tools. And then the top pops out. This hooks into the end of the rail there. Notice that on the back there's a number of plastic clips. That's what we're dealing with. If any of them have stayed in the car, as they do sometimes, just remove them with a pair of pliers and slide them back into the moulding, ready to refit. Okay, so we've got the plastic trim off. Next job is to get the door out. And if you look in here, released by the plastic trim, there is a Torx T20. You can see it shiny there on the bottom of the hole. So this is going to release the lock mechanism. So we stick the Torx T20 in. Can be any type, but I just happen to have this one like a screwdriver. I'm going to untwist this until there's some resistance. And at that point, the lock mechanism slides out. So, lock mechanism is out. Okay, so now the lock mechanism has been removed, we can pull this forwards, and you can see here the end of the cable that connects into the actual door mechanism itself, and this bung on the end of the cable. Now we need to return this to the exact same position. This can be pushed in multiple positions along the way to adjust the tension. So to know where it's going, I'm just going to put a mark across this. So now I've got a reference point for exactly where to put it back in, and we can safely pop that out. There's a little pocket screwdriver. You can see the flutes in here. I know where to return that back to. Okay, so now that's out, this door handle pulls forwards and pops out. And with that door handle removed, there's the extra Torx. Little tip for you when you're doing this, by the way, you want to make sure that the door can't do this, because you've got no handle. Now if that does happen, you can pull on the end of this little plastic and it actuates the door mechanism. But better thing to do is to get a screwdriver and just latch your door over. And then just make sure you don't slam it, but it actually can't close on you there. So we've got the T20 out of the end of the door handle. That's the one that was covered by the door handle assembly itself. So that's the secret one. The others are all T30s, and they go all the way around the side of the door, along the bottom of the door, and then up the other side. So this is what holds the outer skin on. Now I'm going to start with these two at the top. The reason being that I want to point out that these are a different shape from all of the others. They have that pointy end on them. Keep those separate. They'll be needed in a bit. But the others all have a square end and a thick washer around them. Now the T30's underneath, not quite so easy to get at. I haven't got enough room for my impact driver here, so I'm going to have to just go at these with a good old-fashioned ratchet. As with the sides, the square-ended bolts here with the thick washer. Just loosen these all off all the way up and then just wind them out with the screwdriver, or wind them out rather just with the bit. So much easier if you've got a lift. Never mind. Maybe one day. The joys of being a mobile. Okay, there's one more, but I'm going to have to open the door really wide for that. So I'll just get these out. One more right at the front. Okay, so with the door fully opened, starting with the ones at the bottom, this might need some kind of universal joint. They can be a bit tricky sometimes. We might get away with it. Getting away with it. Another square-ended one. In fact, I think all of these are square. Last one, this one right at the top. Okay, so with all of those bolts removed, we should now be able to lift this one. Nice and easy. Nice and safe. Couple of jobs we need to do on that. A little bit of a bend at the front here. Need to just hammer that out. Bodywork hammers will make light work of that. And what I'm going to do whilst we have this off is I'm going to treat the cells here and make sure that they have a good coat of anti-rust inside and out before reattaching them to the vehicle. You can see this end already starting to corrode, so we can check that. Stop it in its tracks. Now here we are back on the door. The glass itself is held up by two clamps, one here and one here. I suspect what's happened here is that this has just slipped down in its clamp, so I'm going to try and adjust that without actually changing. Oh no, hang on. Here is our problem. Yeah, I'm not just going to try and adjust that, I'm going to replace the actuator because it's snapped. It's because the mechanism that holds it up has slipped. Okay, nice and easy. Well, you can see here how you would get at your door actuators should you need to replace those. The door mechanism itself, nice and easy to get at. And then we remember the pull mechanism here that's attached onto the handle. And this assembly just pins onto the inside of the door's skin. Now, we have where are we? An electric winder behind this panel here. That's replaced with 3 Torx bits. To get at that, you don't have to take the side impact protection bar off, but you can. Not going to this time. Don't need to, but I am going to have to undo that Torx bolt there. Take the glass off. Another one at the top. Once the glass is out, another one at the top. And you can see the last one peeking out from behind here. But what we should have is kind of a bow tie arrangement of cables here, and this one that goes around this top pulley at the front is definitely snapped. Okay, so the other problem is that I can't order one of those for another couple of days, so I am just going to reattach this with the window pushed right the way up to close that gap, which is looking like it's going to rain. So we'll just slide that up on its runners, nice and tight, and just reattach the skin of the door and handle and so on just by a couple of bolts until we're in position to replace that actuator. The actuators are around about £45 all in, something like that. Very, very easy to replace. Just need to, as I say, undo this clamp and this clamp just with Torx, lift the glass carefully out, and then this comes out as a unit. So there you go, positive identification of the problem. Nice easy fix when I've got the parts, which isn't right now. So I'll get those ordered, come back to this another time. Just to remind you, we have one secret Torx 20 hidden behind the end of the door handle. To get that out, you need to loosen this bolt here on the left hand end of the door mechanism. Just zoom in on that for you. So this bolt here is the one that you need to loosen all the way out to release the lock mechanism. That allows the handle to lift out. And then you have a series of bolts around the right hand end, the bottom of the door, and then the left. So we'll park you over here, get this refitted, get that part ordered, and then we'll take it off again later to put the new mechanism in. But certainly a positive identification of the problem for today, so I'm going to end the video there. Thanks very much for watching. If you'd be interested in seeing how to replace that mechanism, then hit subscribe, click the bell notification, and you'll be notified when that video drops. In the meantime, take it easy, and I'll see you next time. Cheers guys.